Are you ready for them, Brian?
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready for them, Amy?
Definitely.
Are you ready for them, YouTube? We have 3 kinds of snack cake cupcakes today
Oh,
on the
we
Food
do?
Scientist podcast. Yes, we're live. You told me to just go like we were talking, so I did.
I knew he was live. You didn't?
It's my first week.
Yeah, that's why I.
You thought I was going to say hello, and then that's how you.
And then you said don't. You said just keep going, and I said okay, I will.
And
I paused, and then when I said all the cupcakes, that was your cue that we're live. Like
I thought you were just making chit chat before.
You thought I was just talking in sentence fragments. Have you ever heard me talk like that?
Well,
no. The Queen's English is what I speak, Brian.
Well, hello, YouTube. We are the Food Scientists getting ready to record episode 130, a nice round number that's easy to remember.
You remembered it? I was just like, when you said episode number, I was like, ooh, what number is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's one podcast with 3 on-air personalities and 0 healthy food.
And the good news is it's not just Brian that was startled that we were live. Bex also was startled that we were live.
Glitter out of you. Maybe I'm not here to judge, but maybe lower the glitter intake in your diet. I don't know.
You know what it reminds me of? I was just looking the other day at the videos in my phone, and we went to Candytopia, and they had the pig that shot the glitter out of its butt.
And then they had the room with the air.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's what just happened to Sex Pet, but when it said it scared the glitter out of me, I immediately thought of just.
Wait, okay, refresh my memory. I know we talked about this on a previous episode, but why did we go to a candy store and they shot glitter out of a butt?
They let us go for free?
It was, right, it was.
Okay, that wasn't the point. Why did a candy store or a candy
It was exhibition? A candy show.
What does butt glitter have to do with candy?
It had to do with.
If you don't know, we're not telling you.
It had to do with. It was all about Instagram and various Instagrammable scenes, and one of them was the slow motion picture of the pig butt and poof.
Because everybody thinks unicorns fart glitter, but it's really the pigs.
It's actually pigs.
Have you?
That's why bacon is magic.
I think we got off track. I'm not sure.
Well, we haven't actually
I've been drinking today.
Yet.
Yeah, we should do the podcast. This is going to be great.
Okay.
We're off to a wonderful start.
This is the Food Scientist Podcast. I'm your host, Amy Zajac. I am here with Danny Sussman.
I have everything under control. There is no reason to be alarmed.
And Brian Pierce.
Who is not at all panicking whatsoever.
No.
And I'm going to move on. I was going to make a comment about glitter. So that's all you have to watch the live stream replay if you're just listening to us and never watched to know about glitter.
But
we're not talking about the Mariah Carey movie. I just want to put that out there.
I don't even know why you're alarmed, Brian. We don't have any mystery bags today.
You know, we don't.
Of what we have today.
Yes.
We have news and experiences. We have some Tapatío Doritos, a whole bunch of cupcake-looking snack cakes, and then gummy stuff that's heads and tails and Crush.
Hey, Amy, what kind of Doritos were they?
What did I say?
Tapatío. Tapatío.
Phonetically like a Minnesotan.
There's an accent, right? It's Tapatío.
Yeah.
Right? Is that right, Brian? Which is it?
I would say Tapatío.
Tapatío, like you're outside at enjoying the sun.
You know what I would say? It's hot sauce flavored.
Yes.
Branded hot sauce flavor.
I wish that was a mystery and I didn't know.
Well, we can do that. You know, I thought about that, adding a segment to the podcast, because I really enjoyed those bags last week where every week I put something in a paper bag and you can't open it. And then at some point in the podcast, you get to do that and you find out if it's like, you know, a trick or a treat.
Yeah, you know, I've already come to expect that there's always tricks going on here.
There were Star Crunch bars in among those snack cakes.
That was the treat.
And then there was also durian ones that you were confident weren't there. So there you go.
So when people hear about glitter, they don't think about Mariah Carey?
Only you do, Brian.
Okay,
but let's go on. Are we doing news or experiences, host Amy?
We're going to do news.
Okay.
And should I kick us off?
Yeah.
Kick us.
So I came across this news article about Taco Bell is revamping its menu, but by removing lots of things. Lots of favorites, they say they are, such as quesaritos, the grillers, and nacho options. But they're also included triple layer nacho, beefy Frito burrito, spicy tostada, 7-layer burrito, nacho supreme. And I heard like a bunch of potato related items are gone.
Do people really have favorites at Taco Bell?
I don't know. But they they have extended their pineapple whipped frozen beverage.
Because I feel like when you end up at Taco Bell, it's like at the end of a series of bad decisions.
Well, yeah.
Like stories that end at Taco Bell probably don't start well.
Or they start really well. I don't know.
But at some point there's a turn. And it ends up at Taco Bell.
Yeah. But it was an eventful evening. If it ends at Taco Bell, it was an eventful evening. I think that's safe to say.
And if it starts at Taco Bell, that's a terrible date.
I'm sorry. If that
yeah. But yeah, talking about Amy, you were talking about them cutting back on their menu. McDonald's is also doing that. COVID related, it started. Interestingly, they have chopped a ton of items off of their menu to speed up service. They got rid of all-day breakfast. They got rid of the salads. They got rid of a lot of the fancy chicken sandwiches. What I found really interesting about it is that they have found that by getting rid of the menu, they've also cut the waiting time by 30 seconds per guest.
I could see that.
And they've raised customer satisfaction because the food is more consistent because they have to do fewer things. So there's talk that all-day breakfast may be gone. Because all-day breakfast, it just involves so much that's different.
Oh, that was always the thing. That was always their reason, because they had to have different grill items.
Right, and grill settings.
Right. So that doesn't surprise me for right now. I do hope it comes back. For a long time, though, the sausage biscuit has been off the all-day menu. Oh.
Do they still have breakfast at breakfast time, though, right? They're still open for breakfast?
Yeah, they'll have breakfast for breakfast, but all-day breakfast is gone.
You can tell I don't go that often. I didn't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of...
I was just going to say that I have not been to McDonald's in quite a while now, but I have heard from people who go, that drive-through is fast.
You just talked to... I'm very curious about this. We'll find out after the podcast that you're just talking to people and they're like,
I just take polls,
how was your drive-through? Oh, McDonald's. Fast.
But you have to socially distance, so I just shout, like, hey, you go to McDonald's. And
right. Where's our fast drive-through? Yeah, right. Yeah. Fast. What, was the food good? It was fast. Did it taste good? It was fast.
Then they start waving other fingers at me. I don't know.
That's fine. This episode is out of control.
Menus.
Yeah.
Did you have more to say about that, or are we ready to move on to more news?
There's other stuff disappearing from stores, but it's all stuff that people won't miss as companies are trying to answer demand. Like reduced fat Jif. Are you going to miss that?
No.
Reduced salt barbecue Lay's potato chips. I don't even know how you make that. Right. So, but to really focus production on the most popular things, some of the lesser things are going away, but it's the less popular thing. So if you like an obscure food item, hoard it.
Yeah.
But if you like the stuff everybody likes, there's going to be even more of it.
We're encouraging hoarding on the day the new season of Hoarders premieres. Just a side note, I love that show. Makes me feel good about the state of my house.
Yeah.
And I don't hoard food.
But there are going to be, that does not mean that there aren't going to be more specialty items coming out to stores. Now, we already talked about this. What has been making the official news rounds this week is the sugar cookie M&Ms will be out this holiday season.
Yep.
We heard that rumor a while back. But earlier than that, let me see if I can find a date, mid-July. So soon, like now.
Last week.
Now?
Already at Sheetz. allegedly. If you live near a Sheetz, look for M&M's chocolate popcorn. So chocolate popcorn M&Ms.
Chocolate popcorn flavored M&Ms?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the popcorn flavored Jelly Belly?
No. It's awful.
Sort of.
I do, but it doesn't taste like popcorn. It tastes like fake butter.
Yeah, definitely.
So is this going to be chocolate and butter or chocolate and corn? And which one is better?
And is it going to have that hard kernel in the center?
I hope not.
It's
top kernel.
And then what would happen if you put it into a blizzard? Oh my God.
Ooh.
You froze it.
But yeah, those are the new M&Ms coming out. We'll see. I'm sure we'll find them and hopefully have them here. I also have something else I forgot to tell you both. I found a new cereal. Now, one of my favorite cereals is the classic Corn Pops. They are now making chocolate peanut butter pops, and they are amazing.
I bet they are.
Yes.
Is that even a cereal or is that a snack?
No, this is like me. It's a snack, but you can also use it as cereal.
Like, I can't imagine. Does milk make that better?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's
chocolate
the texture of Corn Pops.
Chocolate and peanut butter and corn and milk.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's like a Reese's Blizzard.
You have friends at Kellogg.
Is it experience time? Because I want to talk about a Reese's Blizzard.
Yeah, let's go for that. You were teasing me earlier.
Yes, I did. I told Brian that he needed to prepare for this because I have questions.
I'm sorry. Before we move on, I'm being asked in the chat. Is it like the Reese's cereal? Yes, I would say better. More peanut butter flavor, a little less chocolate. Nice balance. All right, sorry, Danny, go right ahead.
That's okay. So, I hate those food prep videos on YouTube because they oversimplify things like, oh, if you just happen to have 500 carrots perfectly sliced standing by, you just pour them in. And you're like, well, that's great if you don't have to peel them and slice them because you have magic, but it sucks. Anyways, there's one going around of a soft ice cream cone. And it was blowing people's minds. And they just took a soft ice cream cone and they took a stick of some sort, and they took it and they put it into the ice cream cone to hollow out a hole into the ice cream cone, at which point they pumped one of the sauces into that hole in the cone. They kind of seal it up and they dip it. And you have a filled and dipped soft serve cone. And I saw a post, so it was like, oh my God, Dairy Queen, you need to do this. And I was like, they kind of already do. It's called the Royal Blizzard. Right. And the Royal Blizzards, I have personally been disappointed in them. Because it'll be like strawberry cheesecake or, different flavors. I'm not really excited about them. But this video made me think, wait a second. If they can put sauce, like if they can put, the marshmallow sauce into the Rocky Road, they could put any sauce into any Blizzard. Why we've done 130 episodes of this podcast. Brian and I have talked about Blizzards for literally years before that, created our own. We have never once gone down the rabbit hole of what if you just decided to take a regular Blizzard and make it a royal by adding a column of sauce in the middle.
Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I think that just like you, I kind of dismissed the concept of royal blizzards because the ratio is usually off with what you get in the middle as opposed to the rest. And it's too much of something. Except for the Reese's with the peanut butter, I would drink a whole cup of just the peanut butter sauce.
So right there, Brian. So that's what I did. So I went to Dairy Queen.
You drank a cup of the peanut butter sauce?
I was like, I would like a royal blizzard, but could I have the blizzard part be the peanut butter cup blizzard and the column of filling be the peanut butter sauce? And I was like, because I figured if I just had this idea, I'm going to go with what's the one Brian would be most jealous of. And that's what I came up with. And the woman at the drive-thru came through, her magical voice came down. She says, we actually have a Reese's Brownie Royal Blizzard. We could do that one with the peanut butter sauce. And so I did. So it was brownie and peanut butter cups in the Blizzard with a column of the peanut butter sauce in the middle. It's a lot of peanut butter.
But not too much.
But it was not too much because you had peanut butter. It was like a sundae, but it was like a Blizzard sundae. And I was like, the whole time I was like, I got home and I wrote it down on a piece of paper that I had to remember to make that my food experience. So why haven't we done that, Brian? Have you had that Blizzard?
I have not had that. I've had the regular one. I haven't had the royal one.
Right.
Now, you posed the question to me earlier today when I picked up the food. You were outside and you said, have you ever thought of this? I'm like, no. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with us?
Right. But like in the chat, they're all upset with us too for never having thought of this before.
Yeah. So you asked me what I would want to do to make my own. And I thought of two, I think, pretty solid ones here. Let me remember them. One of them was the Drumstick, the brand new Drumstick Blizzard with caramel, because they make a drumstick with caramel in it. So this would be like that.
Yep.
And I think that would be pretty good. Or the s'more one with peanut butter.
Or marshmallow in that one.
That one could be. Now, technically, you already have marshmallow in there, and I would worry that it would be too much marshmallow fluff or cream or whatever they would put, because the Royal Blizzard, that's the flaw.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that peanut butter might complement a s'more quite nicely.
So I went to dairyqueen.com, and here's the sundae toppings, which is what goes in the center, right? There's hot fudge, there's strawberry, there's chocolate, there's caramel, there's peanut butter. They don't have marshmallow listed, but that is a topping that they have too, right? And pineapple. And I was like, I might need to get tropical. I don't know how I would feel about that with pineapple in the middle. But if you did like the turtle pecan or something, like one of those nutty ones with pineapple in there, my mind is sort of blown and I'm really upset with myself. But at the same time, I'm happy that I know about this. Like, what if we even just took a plain old Oreo one and put chocolate in it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking of honorable mention time of a Reese's Blizzard with, at first I thought chocolate, but then I thought, well, that's going to be too much because they put too much chocolate sauce in there. But I thought maybe strawberry would be really good in a Reese's Blizzard for a royal. The only thing is their strawberry sauce.
It can go either way.
Yeah.
You're going with like a peanut butter and jelly, but the strawberry sauce.
Yeah. In theory, that could be good, but in reality, I don't know.
Amy, is there one that your host mind has created?
Well, I was starting to work on one with like the hot fudge center, and then since I also like peanut butter, like a peanut butter type Blizzard on the outside, whether it's the peanut butter cup or
the Butterfinger or the Snickers, maybe.
Yeah, I like the Butterfinger one too. So I was thinking something like that with the chocolate center. But then there was also the cherry, and I do like pineapple, and then my mind went going on pineapple, but I can't come up with a better one other than just chocolate with the pineapple middle.
Yeah, I mean, if you did like the brownie extreme with hot fudge.
Oh, yeah.
With the choco brownie extreme with the hot fudge core.
And have the whipped cream on top?
As long as they had chocolate whipped cream.
Yeah, I would do the chocolate brownie fudge with like the cherry center.
Or what about like the chocolate chip cookie dough with one of those? The one that's really intriguing me is turtle pecan. Turtle pecan with caramel.
Center?
Yeah, like I feel like the problem we've had with the Royal Blizzards has just been we're smarter than Dairy Queen. Because like they're always unappealing, but like we've named like 10 that I'm like, I kind of want to quit the podcast and go to Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem with their Rocky Road one is that they put like a full cup of unchopped peanuts in it, and it was just terrible. It was just too crunchy, and like the textures didn't go well. So yeah, I think that ours are much better. So hopefully Dairy Queen is still following us. They used to follow us. So.
Yeah, they'll hire us. We'll be consultants. We'll we'll keep this job. We'll keep if we have another job, and then we'll do that too. And in the chat, Heather was saying that she would get her peanut butter parfaits with caramel in the center.
Yes.
That sounds really good.
That's amazing. That's amazing. My experiences were Dairy Queen related as well. Nothing that grand, but
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Brian. Like not even I want to upstage you. I'm sorry that like I tried that like probably a week ago and I just kept it to myself because I wanted to surprise you. And then I saw you and I couldn't hold back. Because I was gonna not tell you and then blow your mind live and recording, and I was like I saw your face and I was like, I can't not tell him that I did this thing.
Well, that's what good soulmates do.
Yeah,
you had to confess to me, and I
could lie to you at a distance and not tell you, but then once you were there, I had to confess.
You like pulled me out of my car, even.
Yeah, by the hair, but socially distanced. I have gadget arms. Yeah.
But my experiences were just I had a s'more blizzard, and I added Reese's.
A what blizzard?
A s'more.
Oh, s'more. Okay.
Yeah, s'mores blizzard, and I added Reese's, and that was good. But what was better was I had a drumsticks blizzard, and I added Reese's. That was amazing.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Yeah.
What if you had added Reese's and peanut butter sauce in the middle?
Yeah, that was my thought for the s'mores one. I think the peanut butter sauce would have been the better option.
Well, we have a mission.
Oh, s'mores one as a royal with peanut butter.
Yeah. Now we have to see if you can get a Dairy Queen to do that or if it just breaks them. Like if the person who takes your order is like, oh no. Oh no.
Ooh. P.S. though, the Drumstick Blizzard on the regular menu now. Not a Blizzard of the Month. It's on their Signature Creations menu.
So do we have a Blizzard of the Month?
Well, I think it's the Drumsticks one.
Yeah.
But, you know, on rotating.
On dairyqueen.com, it is not under Signature Creations.
Oh, interesting. The Dairy Queen I went to was on the menu under Signature.
But they could have just, it's not actually listed at all. But who knows? You know what I was just thinking? Wonder Woman cookie collision with any of the sauces. Because Wonder Woman cookie collision. Yeah, Wonder Woman cookie collision.
Even the pineapple would work.
Yeah. I mean, that's chocolate? Wonder Woman cookie collision has so many words. Like I don't order it because it's so much work. But it's so good. I think it's an underappreciated Blizzard.
You know, what you got to do is you got to know your Dairy Queen well enough so you can just flash the signals, the WW fingers, and
or you can just be like, "Can I have? Can I have Wonder Woman filled with peanut butter?" And they'll understand. I will also say this: none of the toppings will save Frosted Animal Cookie.
No.
Nope. Maybe Raspberry Fudge Bliss, but life is too short to find that out.
How do you think the pineapple would go with the Snickerdoodle?
No, Snickerdoodle, I don't think I would do any of the fillings.
Because I've never had the Snickerdoodle.
No, it would kill you. It would kill you. There's so much cinnamon.
It's very cinnamony. I don't think it that one's kind of magic on its own.
It kind of is, yeah. I don't know if anything would enhance it. It would just change it, and not necessarily for the better.
No. I already forgot what your Dairy Queen experience was. Oh, yeah, you added the peanut butter because we just went back to the sauces because our minds are so blown. You know what? Forget tasting cupcakes. Don't forget that we're going to taste cupcakes.
No.
We're going to have cupcakes.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
Did you have an experience, Amy? Or are you just going to tap out?
And it won't compare to the Dairy Queen, so we can just move on to Doritos.
So what flavor Doritos are these, Brian?
Tapatío.
What is it?
Tapatío, right?
Tapatío. So yeah, that's a hot sauce.
Ooh, it's not even open.
Yeah, salsa picante.
Yeah. Now wait. Amy has the bag held up there. The accent is over the I. That's one way that you know that it's Tapatío and not Tapatío.
Yeah, Tapatío. Salsa picante. Hot sauce.
Ooh.
These are very red. These are very hot sauce red. I'm kind of scared.
I don't think they're going to be super spicy. I just think the flavor is going to be nasty for me.
Let's find out.
Such good brine face. A little bit of Danny face, but a lot of brine face.
That's a spicy Dorito.
That's a gross Dorito. That tastes like bile.
You do get
I wonder what the difference is between this and the Flaming Hot.
You do get the hot sauce flavor of the Tapatío, because I've had that hot sauce.
Ooh. Ugh. If you like hot sauce, you'll probably like them.
If you like coughing because you have something on fire in your mouth, you will love this. I think
if you're not from Minnesota and you like heat, you will like this.
I think the Flamin' Hot is actually spicier.
I saw something that was extra Flaming Hot.
I did too, and then I repressed that memory.
Yeah. So before we started, we were trying to figure out the order we would do these in, and I thought, gosh, we should just open with some Brian face so that then we could earn the cupcakes.
Earn the treat. Now, we have three, and there's no mystery here because we have Little Debbie, and we have M&Ms, and we have Hostess. They all make the same cupcake, basically. And we said, well, we'll just have to be, unbiased, which is fine because we all know Little Debbie is the best anyway. So, we can be unbiased.
I think it's weird that everyone decided that their cupcakes would look the same.
Right?
The chocolate cupcake with the little pretzels of you really see the pretzel shape there of topping. So before we try these, so we have the three biggies. You said you were going to be unbiased. This made me realize that I am super biased when it comes to these. They might all be the same, but I have a feeling they won't be. But in my head, when I was trying to figure out how I thought this would go, I thought M&Ms will probably be the best. Because when I was growing up in New York, M&Ms was the good snack cakes. Because they had the big tray Danish. Yep. They had the bigger stuff. They had those chocolate donuts with the little chocolate crumbs on top. So that was my gold standard. And
Daniel,
then Hostess to me. Yes.
Why are you calling Danish and donuts snack cakes?
I said from a snack cake manufacturer.
Okay, all right.
And the M&Ms.
I actually agree with Danny on this. They do have
and the M&Ms chocolate chip cookies. Those are weird and chemically, but if you put them in the microwave for 5 seconds and warm them up, they will take on Sweet Martha for the Minnesota people.
Oh yeah, no, I do love their donuts. They're really good.
Right. Hostess, I was like, well, that's the original. Right? When you think of this cupcake, you think of Hostess, and you think of the other two as knockoffs.
Yeah.
And you think of Hostess in the 2-pack, at least I do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then
to be honest, that is my bias. I do think that Hostess is probably going to be the best. Don't tell Deb. But that's
I always viewed Little Debbie as all of my biases about the South I associated with Little Debbie snack cakes. I viewed those as the low end. And I don't even know why. It's just a bias that I've owned that I was wrong about it. Yeah. I feel like Little Debbie's are Southern. I don't even know why.
They are usually cheapest too, so I'll give you that.
Yeah. And my sister in the chat is saying that when I was a kid, I used to lick the last donut to make sure I got it. I will say this. Licking something to make sure that nobody else would eat it, that was far more her than me. I'm not saying I never did that. But you got to claim something. And if I did that, that's because those ones with the chocolate crumbs on top, that was gold to me. And I had to make a preemptive strike because I knew what would happen if I didn't, she would.
I don't know about you guys, the ones you got, but for me, the Hostess is the lightest in color, and it looks like the smallest.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. Now, the Little Debbie one is taller, but it might not be as wide.
And this Hostess one is smaller than the ones you get in the 2-pack.
Now, I think we need to put a disclaimer out there that snack cakes, as I've said before, It all depends on how fresh they are. That makes all the difference in the world. So
I will say this: these were all purchased on the same day, but that does not tell you they were all delivered to the store on the same day.
Right. Yeah.
And
so
I'm proud to announce that none of them are moldy.
I don't think any of mine are either. So what one do we want to start with?
We start with what we think is the original, the standard.
The Hostess? Sure.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any guesses of how they think they're going to go?
Were you talking to the chat or?
Sure. Including you.
Yeah, I really don't know. I think they're going to be pretty similar, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yep, that tastes like a Hostess cupcake.
Yep, that's classic right there. You got a good filling, a good creamy center. A little dry, but nothing a little milk couldn't fix.
Yeah. And there's enough that we can play. Is it bite size with all of them too, right?
Well, they are. It's a snack cake. Every snack cake is bite size, people. Didn't you go to elementary school?
My favorite thing that you ever did is, I think for a while on social media, you had as your quote, any pizza can be a personal pizza if you're willing to try hard enough.
If you set goals.
Yeah. And I have always really appreciated that. And that you have the same view of snack cakes is great. Also, I'm terrified by the fact that you're finishing that one knowing that there's at least 2 more in your future.
Oh, no, I have to eat 3 cupcakes. Uh-oh.
Well, Danny, where should we go to next?
Oh, you're going to put me in charge?
Well, for this one, yeah.
Sure. I'm in charge for everything because whatever I pick, the other one's last.
I pick the next one.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Little Debbie. Brian nods approvingly.
Yeah.
This one feels really soft.
It does.
Or moist, actually.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely has less of the white stripe.
I don't mind it, but the white stripe is
oh wow!
Wiggles are integrated better with the frosting.
That is like way better.
It is a lot softer, a lot more moist,
a lot more cream inside mine. I got like a whole mouthful.
To get to that.
The cake is better.
Deb, yeah.
No, Deb delivered.
Debbie does.
Eddie might need to rethink his assumptions.
Yeah, I mean, Little Debbie, I'm coming home, babe.
What have I been telling you? What have I been telling all of you for years? Deb is where it's at. You got to get the good ones.
You know what the problem is we get stuck waiting for you to be done.
Oh, and I'm not going to be.
No.
Do not disturb sign is saying.
Yeah, exactly. So like here I am. I'm like, well, M&Ms it is. See if they can go beyond. Now this one has the tallest of the stripes. So if you look at the stripes, this is Deb. Deb's is like a little bit. Like this is like a mountain of stripe.
Ooh, this is really moist too.
And the Hostess one, that's a lot.
Ooh. This is the freshest or softest one yet. However, I didn't get cream.
Oh,
Danny, you look like you got a ton.
I got a ton of cream.
This is good. Oh, and this one didn't come with the little cardboard piece for the thing to sit on.
No, it didn't need it. It's supported by magic.
Yes.
Yeah, no mold is always a good thing. Oh, this is good.
I'm liking this podcast episode so far.
Deb is a little more dense. Like if you go back and forth between them, if you didn't just eat the whole thing at once. Although I think everyone's got a spare.
Gosh, I think M&Ms might be the one.
Well, we have 3 of them. So it's going to be the one for something. You may marry it. You may frolic with it. You may kill it.
That's an easy choice.
The one.
Is it an easy choice?
For me, it is.
Yeah, it is. Mm. I'm ready to go.
Okay, go for it, Brian.
Okay. We are going to kill that little hostess cupcake because I don't think that we just got bad ones. I think that they typically are going to be a little firmer. They are going to be denser, a little less moist. It has been my experience that they always can benefit they can be complemented by having a glass of milk nearby. But you shouldn't have to have that.
No.
So I'm going to have to kill them. I'm going to marry the M&Ms because that's the classy one. That's the one that, if they go first, I get all the money, because they're a little higher class. It was a quality experience that's not going to get old. Even when we're old, we're still going to be enjoying each other a lot. And of course, I'm going to frolic with the classic Deb. It's going to be Debbie Does Brian there. That's just the next step. I don't think Amy enjoyed that phrase. But anyway, because also a very, very close second to M&Ms.
I'm having one of these super spicy chips.
Why?
I just had 3 more of them because they're good.
No, I'm regretting it.
I was going to agree with Brian's choices until he got to Debbie Does Brian.
It can be Debbie Does Amy.
So what are you going to do, Amy?
Well, I'm still sticking with that. I just don't like his reasons anymore. But yeah, the hostess is a little dry and dense, and been there, done that, done with it. Die. Little Debbie's good for a frolic. I like her well enough. But M&Ms is more my speed.
Yeah. I'm torn. I'm not torn about which one to kill. Hostess, you should be ashamed of yourself. Also, we're accepting sponsorship, Hostess.
I like you, Hostess. It's just that this week you have to die.
It's just not us. Like last week, the caramel ding dong. We really like that.
Oh yeah.
We gave a lot of ways you could use the banana Twinkie to like prank people. It was great. Bait and switch with Twinkies. You can make that happen. That also probably gets you killed. I think I did kill it for that reason, actually. M&Ms and Little Debbie. It's so hard because M&Ms is so classy. But everybody knows Little Debbie, right? If you walk in with M&Ms on your arm, people are like, her? Or it, or him, whatever M&M is. Them, it's a plural.
They, let's be gender neutral.
They, yeah.
Socially relevant. Yeah.
They, right? You're with they or them?
Them.
Is Little Debbie a them then too?
As far as I know, Little Debbie identifies as female. I haven't asked, to be honest. Okay. So we can be safe.
Like you walk in with Little Debbie and everyone's like, he's got a Little Debbie. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with M&Ms because it's just going to be a better experience. And once people get to know M&Ms like we got to know M&Ms, they understand why I frolicked with Little Debbie and then sent her on her way.
You know what I realized is M&Ms and Little Debbie, it's kind of the classic Ginger or Mary Ann debate. One is classier, higher end, and one is kind of like the girl next door, the farm girl from the South, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, and normally I would say Mary Ann, but in this case, M&Ms.
The hostess of this podcast does not endorse all these generalizations.
Oh my gosh, it's Mrs. Howell. That's the hostess. Old and dry and yeah.
I never really watched Gilligan's Island. I'm assuming that's all references to that show.
Yes. You don't know Ginger or Mary Ann?
I know that there was a telephone made of coconuts.
I don't know
who's the skipper?
The skipper of the boat, the captain.
No, I know that, but which one of us? If we're with Ginger and Mary Ann. Okay. Now I have to watch the show to see if you just insulted me.
Mike Gilligan?
I'm not Gilligan.
I think Amy, you'd be the professor, I guess.
I'm the professor for sure.
Okay. Hey, Danny, I'm your little buddy.
See? Yeah.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Brian. You're my little buddy. My little buddy who's about to make his face again because we have Sour Patch Kids and we have Swedish Fish in 2 different kinds and some very weird connections. They have Sour Patch Kids heads, which are Sour Patch Kids with giant heads, and Swedish Fish tails, which I believe have the same size tails.
Yeah, it's like shrimp.
Yeah. But the heads and tails all have 2 flavors. Right?
Yeah, these are not just Swedish Fish. They're flavored of something.
Yes, they're not Swedish flavored.
Fish.
The Sour Patch Kids that are tails come in blue raspberry strawberry. That's not like 2 different ones. This one is blue raspberry on one side, strawberry on the other. It comes in a watermelon. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the Swedish Fish key. Sorry. I might have been wrong about that. I picture the packages.
Well, I tell you what, just pick one and we'll eat it and we'll figure out what flavor it is.
Oh, God. Okay, these are Sour Patch Kids heads, 2 flavors in one, twice the size of the usual Sour Patch Kid.
Green and orange?
This is the green and orange.
And per normal, they're not as sour as I remember them being.
I just looked up what the flavors are of it.
Oh, definitely not as sour as the normal.
No. The green and orange is peach and orange.
It doesn't go well together.
I like, you know me, it goes for me because I love all things fake peach. The thing that I don't like is, in the peach and orange, the green half is peach. You would think that for peach and orange, both sides would be orange.
But they had to differentiate it somehow. I like the peach half. I don't like the orange half.
And then we have the yellow and red, which is pineapple and red berry. So not raspberry, red berry.
Red, yeah.
That is pineapple.
That is sour. That's like eating sour candy and then pineapple.
Yeah.
Yep, the red berry is quite sour.
And then this one should be very sour. Because this one is pink lemonade and blue raspberry. Also, you can barely make out the faces on them, but they kind of look like tikis.
They do.
Oh, that's the sour one. Nope.
Oh my God, you guys are funny.
I hate Sour Patch Kids.
I like them.
I like them too much.
Well, I will say this, I do like that they're twice the size, like they're actually like a substantial size. But I don't like Sour Patch Kids.
All right, so now the crush.
Well, no, you had your head.
My eye roll.
We had your head, so get your tails.
Oh, do I?
And then we can choose heads or tails.
Oh, the Swedish Fish tails.
Yes. You have Sour Patch Kids heads and Swedish Fish tails.
Okay.
All my Swedish Fish are the same, right?
No, you have the tails are the 2-color ones.
No, I mean, I was pulling them out. It's seriously.
Oh.
It's all red and blue.
I have a nice variety here.
Do you guys have any red and blue?
I have a couple, yeah.
I have, yeah. We can.
You know what's really funny about this, Amy, is when I sorted them out, I made sure that Brian and I had a couple of each and then just left the rest in the bag for you, assuming that it would still be enough for everybody. But I didn't actually look in the bag, now that I think about it. So this is raspberry mango. Do you have one of those, yellow and red?
No, I don't.
Well, imagine it.
I have 8 red and blue and 2 orange and green.
But we'll get to those in a minute.
Yeah.
There's only 3 colors. So you're just missing the one.
You're missing nothing, Amy. You're missing nothing. Swedish, it's a slightly different flavor The texture, Swedish Fish.
It does say, does it say Swedish on them? It does on the package, but I don't see it on the fish. Oh, it does.
It does.
If you look very closely at the fish, it says Swedish. In case you like find it somewhere and you're not sure what are you? Like, where are you from? It's Swedish. So are we doing the red and blue?
Let's do red and blue so Amy can participate.
Okay, that's blue, raspberry, and strawberry.
I'm getting very little flavor. It's there, but it's faint.
And then, Amy, you have this one as well, right?
I do have 2 of these.
Yeah, that's watermelon and pineapple.
I just don't like Swedish Fish, I guess.
The water and pineapple I like better than the other one, but I've never understood the appeal of Swedish Fish.
You know how I enjoyed Swedish Fish? Back when I was in college, we made Jello shots with blue Jello, and we put the Swedish Fish in it, so it looked like a little fish tank. I did see a thing that for a kid's party, you could make like a kid's fish tank where you'd like take like a fishbowl, layer of blue Jello, some Swedish fish, and and then just keep the blue Jello going, so it would look like a fishbowl.
Yeah, we added vodka to Swedish Fish.
We did add vodka, which just slowed down the alcohol consumption. So heads or tails, Brian?
Heads.
Amy?
Heads.
Yeah. I don't even like Sour Patch Kids. And I sort of like Swedish Fish, but I would even still pick heads.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is going to be interesting because somehow they have a partnership with Crush, like the soda Crush. And what we're going to get is orange, grape, and then pineapple and strawberry.
All right.
And what makes it fun is that we have orange, grape, pineapple, and strawberry in mini Swedish Fish and in regular size Sour Patch Kids.
Let's start with the Swedish Fish this time.
Okay. Which flavor do you want, Brian?
Classic orange. When you think of Crush, you think of orange.
I like it better than the big Swedish Fish.
The only time I've preferred the orange flavor, I think.
It tastes like orange rind.
Yeah, it's a little bitter orange. Do you want to try the sour orange next, or do you want to try all the fish and then all the kids?
Let's keep with the fish.
Okay. What's next?
How about the pineapple, the yellow?
Yellow pineapple.
Very bland, not a lot of flavor.
Yeah, not much pineapple at all.
I love pineapple soda, but like pineapple Crush seems like it would be too I like a ting. I don't know. I think pineapple Crush, I wouldn't even get it. I feel like it would be too sweet.
Strawberry next. So I really want the grape to be good. It almost tastes like candy.
That's almost bland too. It's bland too.
Mm-hmm.
It's Swedish. They're very Swedish. Like if these are the white sauce of gummies.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, if you like your mashed potatoes with mashed potatoes on them.
I'll say this, they're not too spicy.
No.
Okay, great. Next.
I love Grape Crush. Love Grape Crush.
Mm-hmm.
This needs more grape.
It does.
Not surprised.
I usually really like grape flavored sugar candies, whether they be Sprees or Skittles or whatever, but not this.
Yeah, I'd rather have Dimetap.
Oh, I don't. Well, maybe. I mean, maybe if you were like robo tripping. These made me sad.
Yeah. I mean, it's Swedish Fish where your hope's really high.
Hey, Brian, can you do us a favor? Just eat one of the chips with Doritos so that we keep our audience engaged.
Okay, and then after the podcast for a YouTube after party, is it bite-sized?
Okay, we can just go to the Sour Patch Kids.
Yep. Should we do same
Oh,
order?
he's eating the chip. Brian will do anything I tell him to do. Brian, are all of them bite-sized?
Yes, they're chips.
No, like the whole bag.
Sour Patch.
Which Sour Patch do you want first?
I say do the same order. Let's do orange.
Hot and sour for Brian.
Oh, that's a fish. I grabbed the wrong.
Oh, that's a lot more orange.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Huh.
Oh,
It's the Swedes that are at fault. That was good.
Brian's still making faces.
Well, that's from the hot chips.
Then the sour.
Yeah.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. This to me is a trap because this feels like it's going to be lemon.
That's pineapple.
Pleasant surprise, not lemon. Oh, still sour. My arm hair is standing up on end.
Ooh, I would say probably not as sour as the other ones.
No, and not as sour as lemon.
All right, strawberry.
Strawberry.
All right.
That's the weakest.
It is.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I usually love the red Sour Patch Kid because that's the one that's the least sour. That should be the sweetest, and that's just whatever.
Grape.
Grape.
Oh, that's good right there.
Oh, yeah.
Sour Patch Kids has got it all over Swedish Fish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In the Battle of the Crush, Swedish Fish lose decisively.
Got crushed, if you will.
They got crushed by Sour Patch Crush. So kids versus fish. Go with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear that a lot.
No.
I usually don't hear that dichotomy a lot either.
No.
This is a kid-friendly podcast.
I mean, we're kind of murdering the children by eating them. So it's kind of like cannibal.
But they taste delicious. On that note, thanks for listening, everybody. This has been the Food Scientist Podcast.
Daddy was taking over as I was eating another Dorito.
Blowing your mind when it comes to the wonderful world of blizzards.
And Dairy Queen and
M&Ms.
Yeah.
And licking food to claim it as your own.
And on that note, we will say goodbye, podcast. Thanks for listening again.
Have a great week, everyone.
Talk to you next week.
Yep.
Okay, so I was kind of thinking, like,
Oh, no.
maybe I should see if 2 are bite-sized. Yeah, Amy says yes, so okay.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
So to make it easier, I'll go with the softest ones.
I'm
Oh,
not
you don't
gonna
want
tell you
to
how-
dry your mouth out with the Hostess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could play Is It Edible instead of Is It Bite Size with the Hostess.
No, what you got to do with the Hostess is peel off the icing and put on peanut butter. That will also save it. Ooh, okay, this might be a lot. So I'm just gonna make it like a little double.
Hold on, make sure did like frosting come out the sides?
I would have gone like
think
this.
that frosting came off the bottom.
I would have gone like this instead.
So do that, Amy, and then play Is It Bite Size. So
I
do
need
it.
specimens for photos.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I have extras.
I can do it next week.
So 1, definitely no problem. 1 cupcake is bite size. That's So let's see if 2 are.
Oh my God. No, Brian. Oh God. You should put that on Tinder. I'm trying to make him laugh to see if Cupcake comes out his nose.
I love the big cupcake eater.
It's a cupcake. He's got a cupcake soul patch. It's a little Debbie soul patch.
And then look at his hands.
Oh, Brian. Yes, but no.
Now take a handful of Doritos and see if they're bite-sized.
What's
No, they're
amazing to
not.
me is how many people left the chat while you were doing that.
All the smart ones.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. Oh my God.
All right. 2 are bite size.
Could you tell them apart? Could you be like, oh, this is Debbie and Entenmann?
No, I couldn't. See, that was not where my focus was.
Did you focus on not dying?
My focus was on every double pack of snack cakes is bite size if you set your mind to it.
Could you make a Hostess apple pie or cherry pie bite size? Those things are bigger.
Oh,
that would I think that would be hard because the crust.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. It's not malleable, so you can't just shove it in. I like things that just get shoved in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Do you like that, Amy?
It's very.
Thank you, Heather.
Yes,
thanks to everyone that's still watching.
And everyone else.
Can we end this?
Yeah, I think I'll go brush my teeth.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. On that note, goodbye, YouTube. Thank you. We love you.
Yes, go wash your teeth.
Bye-bye.
Brush your teeth. Wash your teeth.